This video is a warning for those of you like me who bought the Perrin oil cooler kit, watched a few videos, the install seemed pretty straightforward, but then you failed to see the disclaimer on the Perrin site that says if you have a manual transmission version, some airbox modification is required. So here's the issue. You can see I've got the Mocal thermostat hooked up and the oil line connected, one of them, but there is not enough room. The airbox gets in the way of the hose. You can't get the oil cap in and also connect this line, so it needs to be angled more towards this way. Perrin doesn't really have much guidance for this outside of saying some customers get a heat gun and try to mold the airbox to fit the hose. Another option here is getting an aftermarket intake that can fit, or replacing these with some banjo bolt fittings. So you can get a vertical angle, and then on the hoses getting 90-degree fittings so you can connect to those banjo bolts. Today I'm going to attempt the heat gun method because I just want to get this thing in here, and we will see how it goes. Alright, getting closer but not quite there yet. I need just a little bit more so I can freely install and remove the oil cap. This is definitely not optimal. I'm not very happy to be melting my airbox over here to install my $800 oil cooler kit. I think the move is going to be getting an actual intake to just replace this stock airbox. The Grimspeed one I've been looking at looks like it angles about like that, so it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, just a hair more and I can fit this in. Of course, replacing the air filter with the oil cooler installed, yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a bundle of joy and fun. Okay, I have managed to get enough fitment, just barely, so that this can unscrew. I mean, you can see there is not much space here, even after a shitload of melting. Can't really see now, but I've melted it about as much as I can before I bust a hole through it. Really as much as I feel comfortable with. Not an ideal solution for sure. So now we'll see if I can get the second hose on here. Okay, so I did manage with a lot of melting and shoddiness to get this on there with clearance for the oil cap and the hoses. Everything is cranked down there pretty good. I'm pretty sure my adjustable torque wrench does not work. So God knows what these are torqued to. These are very tight, so hopefully they're not leaking. Also, for the sandwich plate, I used a copper crush washer. Since a lot of people have problems getting a socket on here, and the GR Cup teams will use this same washer. So I put one on here and didn't have clearance issues with the sandwich plate that a lot of people have. I did hit one further complication. Now let me grab the light. And that is that the bolts that were supplied with the kit are not long enough with the washers to actually engage with the oil cooler. So I had to go out and get some. These are 60 millimeters. They seem to do the trick. And I have to say, after getting this thing in here, I do not have very high confidence in it. With the way that hoses have to route, their kind of lack of clarity on instructions, and also the mounting is kind of suspect. Like in autocross, if I get a cone wedged under there, I don't know if anything good is going to result from that. So anyways, about to give this a shot, fire it up, see if it leaks, which it probably will. Then I will report back. All right, so had the engine started for a bit. I don't appear to have any leaks at the sandwich plate. There is a little bit of oil that I believe is left over from when I installed it. I haven't been able to wipe it away, but it doesn't appear to be growing. Yeah, not sure if the engine's ever really going to come up to temperature idling here in my garage, so I don't know if the thermostat will open and I'll be able to observe these hoses for leak, but I'm hoping that they don't. I did make one rookie mistake, and that was when I started the car, I forgot to plug the mass airflow sensor back in, so I had check engine light come on. Some permanent codes get stored, so hopefully they clear with driving, and I did not jack up the airbox with this stupid melting.